You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Beyond the Gates fans, we got to talk about some big things happening in Dani Dupree's life that could push her off the deep end all over again. Is her ex, Bill Hamilton, and her current lover, Andre Richardson, both going to push her too far very soon? It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to dive into Dani's life getting all shaken up again in the week ahead. But please click subscribe. All right, let's start with Bill and what goes on this week and next week that could have him slapping out at Dani and her reacting badly. So later this week, looks like it's going to be at Orphe Jeans, and supposedly pregnant Hayley Hamilton trips and she takes a fall. There's blood all over Bill's wife, and Dani Dupree just happens to be there, and she actually tries to help Hayley. But then she's screaming at Dani to not touch her, unless Hayley just cut her finger with a broken coffee cup, and that's why there's blood. This looks like it's actually going to be Hayley's big move to get out of the pregnancy lie that she has told Bill. Now, Dani already predicted that Hayley was going to fake a miscarriage of her fake pregnancy. And when Dani kept provoking her, then Hayley claimed she was having intense cramps, and Dani ran her right over to the hospital. But then Hayley was smart because she didn't play the miscarriage card then. She just got Bill on edge, and she made Dani look sus, and she's laying groundwork, you know? So the doctor checked out Hayley and told Bill that she could go home. However, he didn't get any info from the doctor really about the pregnancy at all. The doctor was only talking about Hayley and said it was safe for her to go. And then once the doctor was out of the room, she told Bill they had done an ultrasound and he missed it, but the hospital was going to email it. And then Dani told Ashley she was certain Hayley was faking not only the pregnancy, but the cramps that brought her to the hospital. And Ashley can't weigh in because of patient confidentiality. But after Dani was gone, she asked another nurse about the scan. And that's how Ashley found out Hayley declined to have an ultrasound done. So Ashley is low-key wondering if Dani's right and the pregnancy is a fake. So Hayley's big bloody incident happens this Thursday, and it looks like she's headed back to the hospital. Then on Friday, Beyond the Gates spoilers say Hayley has some bad news for Bill about their future. Now, unless BTG has been really fooling us, Hayley is not pregnant, and she's going to have to fake a miscarriage to get out of this lie, out of this corner she's painted herself into. But I think she did it on purpose, and I think she did it with a plan. And if Hayley blames Dani for it, of course Bill's going to be angry, not at Hayley, but at Dani. And I feel certain that if Bill really believes that Dani cost him the chance to be a father again, I think Bill would absolutely go off on Dani and say some really nasty things. I mean, Dani did show up to Bill and Hayley's wedding with a gun, but at the same time, I think Bill and Hayley absolutely deserve that. I do think Dani is going to tell Bill that Hayley was faking the pregnancy all along and is faking the miscarriage. And I think her making these accusations will infuriate Bill, who thinks Hayley is his little perfect thing, who loves him and would never lie to him. And he's been totally taken in by her. And I just don't feel sorry for him because of how dirty that he did Dani when they were married, because he was a serial cheater. So if Bill pushes back on Dani and makes accusations about her causing the miscarriage and she's the reason he's not going to have another baby, well, she might fly off the handle at Bill, and all the progress that Dani's made at trying to move past the betrayal that he and Hayley engaged in, all that could fly right out the window. And then there's something else that's coming that is probably going to infuriate Dani. We all know she really likes using Andre as her boy toy, and they're sort of out as a couple to most of their family, and they just had a kiss at the concert, but that was really weird and kind of freaked people out. But none of the Duprees are cheering for Dani and Andre to make a real go of it as a long-term thing. I think Dani's parents and her sister are just hoping it's over soon and just doesn't blow up as another Dupree scandal. Last week, Andre got romantic with Ashley with that French dinner and dancing at his place. And in this week's Beyond the Gates promo, we have Andre telling Ashley that he wants something real with her. Meanwhile, Dani had kind of a bad read on Andre last week. He was at her parents' house and Dani asked if he was there to ask her father for her hand in marriage. And that had Andre kind of going, what? Because he was there for that Articulates project that Anita wanted him to do. But let's be real, long term, Dani and Andre do not seem destined to work out for a lot of reasons. And if one of those reasons is that Andre wants a family one day, Dani's not going to be able to make that happen for him just because of the age gap. Now, I personally think Ashley is dull as dishwater. She is probably more like what Andre's looking for, just in terms of being the right age to start a family with him in the future. And, you know, not being related through family is a plus, but she is dull. And Dani's gorgeous and electric and sexy and all that. But even though Andre and Dani aren't blood related, it's just, you know, I think she was around him when he was a kid, you know, it's weird. So in this week's promo, Andre's over at Ashley's talking about wanting something real, wanting it with her. There's a passionate kiss. Maybe they hit the sheets. We'll see. Unless that promo was a daydream, it's on. And so far, BTG has not been doing the kind of nonsense with promos that like Bold and the Beautiful likes to do. And if this is a legit promo, as I think it is, Andre is making a big move towards getting with Ashley as a real couple. Dani already went nuts once when she saw Andre out at Uptown with Ashley. If you remember, Dani plopped herself down right in the middle of what Andre was hoping was a date. And Dani just sucked up all the oxygen in the room because she's got that main character energy on display all the time. But it looks like Andre might want something legit and not with a woman who has intense anger issues like Dani, a woman who is still hung up on her ex-husband, Bill, and who is the sister of what, you know, I think we have to call Andre's foster mom / aunt, Nicole. So it's just tangled and it's weird. And if Andre wants to be with Ashley, she may expect that they're going to be exclusive. And that would mean Andre may walk away from Dani completely, cut off all aspects, including being her booty call. You know, Andre may already be planning to walk away from Dani because he wants a real relationship, whether it's with Ashley or somebody else. But we do know Andre's had a crush on Ashley for a while. But oh my gosh, if he tells Dani he is not going to be with her so he can be with Ashley, I think Dani is going to explode. And if Andre pulls the rug out from under Dani about the same time that Bill is accusing her about Hayley's miscarriage, oh my goodness, Dani might lose all sanity and all ground that she gained when she was trying to be sober and non-crazy where the men in her life are concerned. So if Bill and Andre push her buttons, who even knows what Dani could do next? But I can't wait to see it.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.